Welcome back, YouTube. My name is Tavikes28, and I am live once again here with the Toronto Huskies franchise. Sorry about the little delay there at the beginning. I was having some audio difficulties, but hopefully it's all good for you guys now. I'll be double checking that to make sure that it sounds all right for you guys here in a second. So bear with me. But if you guys did not catch the last episode in the Huskies franchise, you're going to want to do that. As you see at the top left-hand corner, Week 15 against the Miami Dolphins, the 9-3-1 Patrick Mahomes-led Miami Dolphins, might I point out. Your Toronto Huskies went in and beat them. Okay, I shouldn't say went in, but hosted the Miami Dolphins and beat them. All right, that's right, a playoff caliber team, the best team in the AFC, and your Toronto Huskies took them down for their fourth win on the season in a great team effort. All three aspects of the game played really well together, and they were able to work as a unit. Okay, there was no one thing that was a weak link on the team that day. Everything seemed to be working well together, so that was really nice to see. So if you didn't get a chance to check that out, definitely go do so. It was a really close game all the way through, and the Huskies ended up coming out on top. But this week, we have the Tennessee Titans, I guess you could say, divisional rival in a sense. The Titans were the first ever team that your Toronto Huskies beat, and all of a sudden now, fast forward, we could play spoiler. As you're sitting here looking at the standings, they are currently second in the standings, but tied for first. All right, all they need is to beat us, and they have a good chance at winning the division. But if we can take them down this week, we could play spoiler and possibly kick them out of the playoffs altogether. So let's keep an eye on that. We'll see if we can do that today. And before we get into the game, we have some upgrades, and it is one upgrade for cornerback Dorian Henderson, the rookie who he went out and drafted, who I think is going to develop quite nicely for us. I think he's going to end up being a solid depth piece, possible starter down the line, and nothing too crazy with his attributes, so we're just going to continue to work on his abilities, maybe make him into a slot corner for us. Alright, though, without further ado, it is in fact time to jump into this Toronto Huskies franchise. And let me explain what the Huskies franchise is while we're going ahead and doing that. I'll show the roster before we jump in. So the Toronto Huskies franchise is a different type of franchise than what you might be used to. The Huskies franchise is something more like a GM head coach building exercise. So we are not necessarily playing the games. What I mean by that is you will still see every snap of every single game get played, but I will not be controlling the team. Okay, it is a sim-based franchise where we jump in, we put the team out there, and we essentially let them do whatever that they do. Okay, we have no control over it after putting the team together and putting them on the field. All right, which is, in my opinion, the most realistic experience if you're looking for like a rebuild type of thing or a team building exercise. That is exactly what this is. It is a team building exercise. We don't sit there and control everything that happens in the game, and it's not based on how good, of a player I am at the game of Madden. It's based off of how well we can put together a team, how much we can develop these young players into stars for the future. All right, so that's something that we have to keep in mind when we think about this franchise moving forward. While yes, you might look at this season, we are at 4-10 right now is what we're sitting at. And you might think, well, that's a bad season. Like, you didn't get much done this year. That's not true. We had a lot of development on this team, and I see a lot of growing points, especially for a young rookie quarterback who, stat-wise, might not look good, but I think he's actually playing quite well this season. The stats might be a little deceiving because of some, last play of the game, last play of the half, interceptions like that on Hail Marys, tipped balls or something like that. Trevor Nickerson, the young rookie quarterback that we have, I think is actually playing quite well. He may not be, the Patrick Mahomes of the NFL by any means, but I think he can be our starter moving forward. The question is, do you guys agree? Because I mentioned this is a team building exercise, but I'm not the only one building this team. This is something I want you guys to be a part of as well. So anything that you guys think could help this team out, let me know in the comment section below. And as we wrap up this showing off the roster here, this is essentially what we're trying to do, is build the best roster possible, all the way down to the very last guy here, and Eric Davis, who is our punt return man, and he's played really well for us. At a 62 overall, he fits that role perfectly. He's got great speed, he's got good acceleration. He may not be an elite receiver anytime soon, but he can be an elite return man, possibly. So that's something that everyone has a role on this team, something we can look forward to. But without further ado, it is in fact time to jump in against this Tennessee Titans team, the Derrick Henry-led Titans team, which might be a problem today. We'll have to see, although, we also thought that some of the other running backs would be problems for this defense, and they did not end up being so. So maybe this can be something that isn't actually a problem facing these elite running backs. So we have the Toronto Huskies in the final home game at the Den. Can they host the Titans and get a dub? It is snowy, and those are not your commentators. My name is Tayvikes28, and I'll be your commentator today. And we officially have snow here in Toronto. The dome is opened up. We are enjoying this cold weather football, and that is where we hopefully will thrive. But we will have to wait and see as your Toronto Huskies are coming out onto the football field and are very excited, and so are the Titans here. And I think that this young team in Toronto is poised to make a big-time statement today. It is, in fact, a Thursday night football game right here, prime time. And as you see, the playoff picture, the Titans right now are in line for a wild card, have an opportunity to win the division if they win this game. However, they also have an opportunity to fall completely out of the playoffs if they lose this game. A lot on the line for this Titans squad, and a lot to be proved by this Toronto Huskies squad. So let's see if they can go ahead and prove a little bit here today, and that is what we're going to start off trying to do. As it looks like the Titans are going to be kicking this one off to your Toronto Huskies, and this is going to be a shorter kick, getting returned from about the 11-yard line out past the 30 to the 33, and that is where this Huskies offense and Trevor Nickerson, the young rookie quarterback, will be taking over. And as I said before, this young quarterback, the stats may not look great, but I think he's playing so much better than what those stats portray. There's been a lot of last second, last half interceptions on Hail Marys, tipped balls, whatever it may be, that are making his stats look much worse than they really are. And on this first down passing attempt, it's going to be a throw outside and incomplete as it gets knocked away. But look at this young offense, very young offensive line here, that I think is only going to develop into better and better players. And we have a couple of key veterans on this offense as well, including the running back Aaron Jones, who was an addition this past offseason and has played pretty well for this Huskies team. And that is exactly where they go here on this first down. And Aaron Jones getting out past the 50 to the 44-yard line, 23 yards on that carry right there. And what a statement to start this game off. As you see, Aaron Jones just made a man miss and then put on a show with his speed, eventually getting tackled there by, I believe that might have been Kenny Vaccaro. So now 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Nickerson Handing this one back off to Aaron Jones, making another man miss, and he's getting it outside, showing off the speed, and eventually getting tackled. That is, again, number 24 on the tackle. That time it is a 29-yard run. And just like that, Toronto is in field goal range and possibly with an opportunity to find the end zone. Look at that move by Aaron Jones, just breaking some ankles outside. And I believe that is, in fact, Kenny Vaccaro with the second touchdown-saving tackle on this drive. So 1st and 10 at the 14 now, and they are going to with the running back here, and that is Latavius Murray for 6 yards. This rushing attack has really gotten going. So now it is 2nd and 4 at the 9-yard line, and they're going to put Murray outside here. Empty backfield now for Nickerson as he's going to drop back and throw quick over the middle, and that is complete for a first down. That is Jonnu Smith, the tight end, former Titan, actually. A little bit of a revenge game here for Jonnu Smith. And so now it is 1st and goal at the 4-yard line, and they are in I formation. Can your Huskies knock this one in? And it is complete, and that is Jesper Horsted, the number 2 tight end, who missed out on 2 big plays last week before eventually making the biggest play of the game to get them the victory against the Dolphins last week. And he continues his great play here, finding the end zone on the first drive of the game. So that means your Toronto Huskies are officially up, pending this extra point, 7-0. And that means that is the first touchdown that we've seen scored by this Huskies team in over 2 weeks. So no touchdowns last week. Despite the win, there were no touchdowns scored. But this time they punch it in early as they take a 7-0 lead over Tennessee with a pretty good season so far. 23 touchdowns to 10 interceptions, 3,400 yards, so decent numbers. He's essentially played good football. Not great, not spectacular, but good. All right, and when you have Derrick Henry, who is getting the carry here on first down and eventually getting out of bounds after a gain of only about 1. But as I was saying, when you have Derrick Henry, you don't need a great quarterback. And you see this offensive line is very veteran-based. This whole team in general is quite veteran-based. And at the tight end position, though, a new face is Dallas Goedert, who they brought in to replace Jonnu Smith. And now they're putting a man in motion here on 2nd and 9. And going with a running back again as Derrick Henry gets gobbled up for only about a 1-yard gain. And this defense has played lights out for the Toronto Huskies this entire season. Ryan Kerrigan was a massive add up front. The veteran presence on this defense has showed up in plethora of opportunities throughout this season and showed up big. So here is 3rd and 8, and this is going to be a fake to the running back and throw outside. That is complete to the brand new tight end, Dallas Goedert. And that is also a first down for Tennessee. So that means it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. So now Tannehill is in the gun here on first down. Just over 7 minutes to go in this first quarter. And they're going to the running back again. That is Derrick Henry. Trying to make something happen, maybe getting about a half a yard or so. So now it is 2nd and 10. This defense is not making it easy for Derrick Henry to get some lanes. And they are going to continue to push Derrick Henry upon this defense, and this defense continues to make plays. Only about a 3-yard gain there. It's now 3rd and 7 at the 42-yard line. Tannehill is going to have to make something happen as he drops back, throws to the right-hand side. That is, in fact, complete. At midfield, that is Adam Humphries with the reception, and that is an 8-yard gain for a first down. On 3rd and 7, they got 8. As that was Jaquil Easter, the safety, coming up and making the tackle. As you see, he was just about a minute, or excuse me, not a minute, but a second too late coming up to make that play. So now going back to the running game again. This time Derrick Henry has a little bit more room, getting about 4 yards on that first down carry. As you see, he was much more effective last week, but they didn't face this rough front seven that Toronto has. And that is really what Toronto has built this defense upon, is the front seven, making sure that they can stop opposing teams' rushing attack, make them one-dimensional. As you see on this second down passing attempt, was knocked down right there by, I believe that was either Darius Evans or Demario Davis, couldn't quite see. So now it's 3rd and 6, and that is almost intercepted. Tannehill, dangerous pass there from the veteran, and it eventually finds the field for an incompletion though, but still, I don't know if the weather was getting the best of him there or what, but Marshawn Lattimore and Demario Davis combined there to knock that one down. So that means your Toronto Huskies have not only found the end zone to start their game offensively, but they also have forced a punt now defensively. As Brett Kern is going to get that one to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So that means Nickerson and company coming out here, starting off at the 20-yard line. And once again, as you see, there's a lot of teams who are hoping and, really pulling for your Toronto Huskies to win this one. So here on 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, Nickerson's going to put a man in motion, and he is going to fake it to him, hand it to the running back, as that's going to get a gain of about 1 yard. And looking at this defense, they have some interesting players like Jeffrey Simmons, the young edge rusher, and then they also, of course, have the veteran on the other side, and that is Everson Griffin, former Viking. So we'll have to see how they utilize some of these edge rushers, including Harold Landry. And now we have another rush here by the running back, and breaking a tackle, getting outside. Impressive run there. Turns nothing into something. That is 7 yards for Aaron Jones. So it is now 3rd and 3 at the 27-yard line. High snap, and that is in fact grabbed, but that high snap might have cost him, as Aaron Jones gets the football a little bit later than he usually would have, and so only gets 2 yards on that carry. Everson Griffin coming up and making the tackle. Yep, that slight hesitation gave Griffin just enough time to get in there and make that tackle. So that's going to force a 3 and out here from your Toronto offense. And this defense for Tennessee is trying to make something happen. That was a heck of a punt by Matt Hack. Unfortunately, goes into the end zone for a touchback. So Ryan Tannehill and company will have an opportunity of their own now to try and get back into this game. It seems like they've gotten a little bit of momentum now thanks to their defense. So now they're going back to Derrick Henry on the ground. He's got some blockers out front, and that is going to be a first down and then some. 14 yards for Derrick Henry. So now back under center is Ryan Tannehill. Drops back to throw. Throws it over to the left-hand side. That is caught, but only a gain of about 2 yards there. So now it is 2nd and 8. And another handoff to Derrick Henry, trying to break through some tackles. Only gets about 2. So now it's setting up a 3rd and 7 at the 38-yard line. Tannehill empty backfield here as he's going to drop back, examine, have all the time in the world, and heaves one deep over the left-hand side. That is caught, and that is amazing. A.J. Brown, 62 yards, one-handed over the defender. We have to get another look at this, as he just loads one up there and just, wow. impressive. That was Jalen Thompson in coverage, the safety, as he looks like he just loses sight of the ball. And A.J. Brown just puts one hand up, grabs it, and just runs it into the end zone. Such an impressive play by A.J. Brown. A well-deserving touchdown there as Tennessee gets on the board, tying this one up 7 apiece after the Randy Bullock extra point. But the star of that show was A.J. Brown. 100% impressive stuff there. As Tannehill essentially just threw that one up for grabs. So now Toronto's going to have to answer that as they have a tough return here, only out to the 27. We'll have to see if Nickerson and this offense have an answer for that sort of a drive from Tennessee. So they had one touchdown drive, 1 3 and out. Let's see what they do here on their third drive of the day. We're going to start off with a handoff, and that has very little room to go as Aaron Jones gets tackled for a 1-yard gain. So now back under center, and a quick throw outside that is in fact caught, but actually losing a yard is CeeDee Lamb. That was Darquez Denard, the corner, making a tackle there. I would like to see this offense kind of push the ball downfield a little bit more. It is something that I feel like is lacking right now for this Toronto offense. And they're spreading it out here 4 wide on 3rd and 10 as Nickerson's going to drop back, move to the right, and under pressure getting put down at the 16. That is Jeffrey Simmons with the sack. And that is going to be another 3 and out for this Toronto offense. We've seen this a lot in the past. We do not want this to become a thing here in this game. These 3 and outs kill both the offense and the defense. So now Matt Hawk, we need one of those big punts from you right here, as he does in fact get some leg on this one, and it goes out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Pretty good punt there from him. 2 seconds left in this first quarter, as Tannehill's going to start this, or final play of the quarter is him under pressure and getting sacked at the 15-yard line. That is Floyd Ellis. And he says, anything you can do, I can do better. As that's going to be how we wrap up this first quarter. Tie game here in Toronto, 7 apiece. 18 to open up the second quarter. Under center is Ryan Tannehill. He's going to hand off to Derrick Henry, and he's got some room, but good open field tackle there by Darius Slay coming up and making it. So now it is going to be 3rd and 11. I expect Tannehill to throw, and this is in fact what happens as he throws over to the right-hand side. It is caught, and great tackle made there, not allowing Dallas Goedert to get to the yardage needed, and that was in fact Richie Branch, the second-year corner, coming up and making a very aggressive tackle on Dallas Goedert. A 10-yard catch for Goedert, but they needed 11 there, and I do believe they are in fact punting it here. So a little bit of a 3 and out of sorts forced by Toronto now, and what a punt as that gets just into the end zone for a touchback. So now this offense comes back out on the football field, and you know, we haven't seen the success that Aaron Jones had at the beginning there since. He struggled to run the football ever since then. But now they're going to throw it here, and it is a quick throw outside that's knocked down. Nickerson tried to get it outside there to Johnny Smith, unable to do so. So now, 2nd and 10, a quick throw over the middle. This one is caught Gain of about 4 yards there. So now it's setting up a little more manageable 3rd and 6. Now it's T. Higgins on that last catch. So now another throw over the middle. This is caught again. This time it is going to be going for a first down out to the 35-yard line. That is CeeDee Lamb, gain of 11 yards. That was a pretty close window that Nickerson tried to fit that one into, but was able to do so. So now 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Nickerson in the gun. He's going to drop back and move around in the pocket, eventually getting this one outside. That is caught, surprisingly, at the 40-yard line. Aaron Jones with the reception. It's now 2nd and 5, and they are going to hand it off to Jones this time, gaining maybe 1 yard on that carry. It's now empty backfield on 3rd and 4. As Nickerson's going to take this one, examine, and throw quickly over middle for a first down. That is a gain of about 7 yards or so, and that is Jonnu Smith with his 2nd grab of the day. Against his former team, he's hoping to make himself a deciding factor in this game. So now 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line, nearing midfield is this Toronto offense, and they're under center, and they are in fact going to hand this one off. Aaron Jones trying to make something happen, but not much room as those lanes closed up pretty quickly. So now another handoff, this time to Latavius Murray, who has some room, getting out to the 42. A nice run there, setting up 3rd and inches for this Toronto team. We'll have to see if they go back to running a game once again. And it looks like they're in fact passing it, putting Aaron Jones out wide here. So now Nickerson drops back and a quick throw over to the right-hand side. That is caught. That is Keontae Bonds with his first catch of the day. And it goes for a first down and 10 yards. And it seems like Kenny Vaccaro has been pretty busy today making some tackles. All right, now it's 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. In field goal range is this offense, and it's going to be another handoff, and this one having nowhere to go as Aaron Jones gets barely back to the line of scrimmage there. So 2nd and 10 now, under center. And a quick drop back here for Nickerson, throwing to the right-hand side and getting knocked down. So now it is 3rd and 10. Nickerson drops back. He moves around in the pocket and eventually goes down at the 40. That is Chris Wormley with the sack. And that might put Toronto out of field goal range. And they're trying to coffin corner him, but unfortunately it goes into the end zone for a touchback. So now back under center in I formation, putting a man in motion again and faking to him and going once again to Derrick Henry, who is getting brought down, looks like by the face mask. And I understand Derrick Henry is tough to bring down, but you cannot give them free yardage and free first downs by using the face mask to get him on the ground. It's now 4 minutes to go in this first half, and Tennessee has an opportunity now to take the momentum of this game, as they're under center here, and it is in fact a throw, though, as Tannehill quickly over to the right-hand side completes it, but only gets a gain of about a yard. So that means it is going to be 2nd and 9. And a handoff to Derrick Henry, who has very little room to run. getting about 1 yard himself, setting up a 3rd and 8 now. They're spreading it out, and it looks like they jumped. Yes, that was in fact Darius Evans, the rookie. You don't see him do that very often, as he was just excited to make a play, I guess. So that gives him a free 5 yards, making it 3rd and 3 now. And Tannehill has 3 receivers to the right-hand side, and he looks over there and in fact completes it. That is a gain of about 8 yards there, and that is a 1st down for Dallas Goedert on his 3rd catch of the day. Just over 2 minutes to go in this first half as Tannehill's in the gun. He drops back, looks over to the left-hand side, completes it to Derrick Henry, who breaks off a tackle and gets out to the 39-yard line, gain of about 7 yards. And that is going to head into the 2-minute warning here, as it is in fact still a tie game, but Tennessee is knocking right now. So now it is 2nd and 3, as Tannehill throws to the left-hand side. It is incomplete, broken up, intended for A.J. Brown. So now it is 3rd and 3. In the gun is Tannehill as he drops back, throws over to the right-hand side. That is in fact complete. This time intended for Corey Davis, who grabs it for 11 yards and a 1st down, also getting them into field goal range. Alright, 1st and 10 at the 28 as Tannehill's going to fake it and then throw deep downfield. And that one, he had a man, it looked like, down the middle, but just overthrew him. The snow might be getting the best of some of these throws. So now it's 2nd and 10 as Tannehill throws outside quickly, completes it. Only a gain of about 4, though. So now it is 3rd and 6, a minute 26 left in this first half. As Tannehill drops back, looks over the left-hand side, throws, completes it, but a good tackle there on Derrick Henry, short of the sticks. So that's going to set up a field goal attempt here from Tennessee, as Randy Bullock comes on. And it is in fact good, giving Tennessee a 3-point lead with about a minute 17 to go. So this is going to be a touchback here to start this one off, meaning it is going to be Toronto starting at the 25. 75 yards to find the end zone on this drive. And they've got 2 timeouts, a minute 17 to go. Can Nickerson lead them downfield? Well, he's going to start off with a handoff here, and getting some room. That is Aaron Jones out to the 35, and they are in fact going to take a timeout after that. They've got 1 timeout left, a minute on the clock, at the 35-yard line, going empty backfield here, as Nickerson drops back, steps up, and eventually going down at the 31-yard line. That is the backup safety coming in, making the sack. And again under pressure, but getting this one off and downfield completed at the 45-yard line. 20 seconds to go. Timeout. Timeout Toronto. 20 seconds to go. They're at the 45. They only need about 10 yards, if that, to get into field goal range. Can Nickerson do it as he goes down, and that might seal it. At least this first half. With Tennessee on top, 10-7, going into halftime. I would definitely like to see some more out of this passing game, as we see some of the games around the league this upcoming week. But I'd like to focus on our game for right now and talk a little bit about what we can expect from this team moving forward past this game and into the future. I think that this Toronto Huskies team has an opportunity here to really make some moves this upcoming season. If they get a couple of pieces in free agency and maybe through the draft, I think they could really make a run next year. And think about it. Right now, we already have 4 wins in the season. If we maybe win one of these last 2 games, that's 5, okay? And only a couple of plays here or there that went our way throughout the season, and we would have 3 or 4 more wins. So that's about 8 or 9 wins right there that we could have. Okay, so I think that Toronto is very close to making that next leap. But that's going to round out the halftime, and moving into the second half here on this Thursday night game, as Tennessee comes out with the football and the lead, an opportunity to extend this to a 2-score game. They're going to start off at the 25-yard line and handing off to Derrick Henry as he gets out to the 30, gain of 5 yards on first down. It's now 2nd and 5. Back under center this Tennessee offense is. And again, Derrick Henry getting the football. And why not? He is one of the best to do it here. So now it is 3rd and inches at the 35-yard line. And I think I know where I would go. But we'll have to see if they decide that. They, in fact, go with the passing game. And it is bad decision as Logan Wilson gets his hands on the football, knocking it away from Dallas Goedert. So that is 4th and inches. Possible 3 and out here, forced coming out of halftime. Really nice play there by Logan Wilson, who's become a pretty good coverage linebacker. Ooh, nice play there by Eric Davis, the return man, who was able to get something out of nothing, breaking a tackle, getting up to the 28-yard line. And as you see here, Nickerson has been under pressure today. And there's been a few games this season that's happened, but for the most part, this offensive line has kept him clean much better this season than last. Well, I guess last season it wasn't Nickerson, but now it is 1st and 10 and another handoff to Aaron Jones. This one getting about 4 yards. It's now setting up a 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line in the gun as Nickerson drops and looks over and actually overthrows his intended target there. Had a man open. So now it is 3rd and 6 as Nickerson's going to be looking and have a lot of pressure on him and eventually goes down at the 25-yard line. That is Jeffrey Simmons once again, his 2nd sack of the day, and forcing another punt. As you see, Nickerson just didn't pull the gun or pull the trigger on anything right there. Had some time initially. That time will eventually run out. So another punt this time for Toronto. That's 2 3-and-outs to start the second half. One from each team. And a really good punt, almost getting it down at the 1 as it slides into the end zone for a touchback, though. It's now 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, under center, per usual. And they are going with the faked and instead completing this one over the middle. 8 yards to Adam Humphries. So now it's 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line. And this time it is another fake as Tannehill on the bootleg completes this one, but doesn't get much yardage at all, as that was Jake Butt's first catch of the day. And a handoff, though, on 3rd and 2, and big hit there. Derrick Henry goes down. Demario Davis grabs him, but not soon enough, as that's a first down for Tennessee. So now Tannehill in the gun as he drops back, throws quickly over the right-hand side, and completes it for another first down at the 45-yard line to Corey Davis on his second catch of the day. And going back to Derrick Henry now on the ground, and he's got another 10 yards. And they are now past midfield, and this Tennessee offense is moving right now. I don't know if they've finally started to wear down this Toronto defense or what, but they're going to have to make some changes here if they plan on stopping this offense. So now Tannehill back in the gun, drops back, has some time, and throws it over the middle, completed. That is Corey Davis for another first down and in field goal range officially at the 25-yard line. That is 19 to Corey Davis there.
Ready. 70, Indy.
So now on 1st and 10, it's going to be another throw here and another first down, as that one gets completed down to the 14. That was Adam Humphries with his 4th catch of the day. So now Tannehill continuing to throw the ball. A quick one over the middle, completed. And once again, Adam Humphries, 7 yards this time. 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line. Tannehill drops back, has a ton of time right now, but eventually getting rid of the ball. And that is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. A.J. Brown just goes up and gets it, as he right now has been the deciding factor, scoring both the touchdowns for the Titans. As Tannehill just essentially heaves one up there, saying, letting his guy go get it. So pending this extra point, that's a 10-point lead for Tennessee. And that is blocked. What a play there. That is a blocked extra point. So it is in fact a 9-point game for Tennessee, as I believe that was Nick Needham who got in there to block it. So just under 4.5 to go here in this third quarter, as Toronto is going to be taken over at the 31-yard line. is outside of that first drive, Toronto hasn't had much going for them today, offensively at least. As they start off with a man in motion from right to left. As Nickerson throws deep over the left-hand side, that is caught, and that is CeeDee Lamb down the sideline for a touchdown. What a big play, as it looks like this Toronto offense heard what I was saying, and they didn't like it, as they dialed up the deep ball as CeeDee Lamb just burnt Darqueze Dennard on the outside, and there was nothing anyone could do after that. CeeDee Lamb just put the Jets on, and a great throw there by Trevor Nickerson, deep downfield. So now Josh Lambo getting ready for a point after, and this one is in fact good. 16-14. Just over 4 minutes to go in this third quarter now. About 10 to 15 seconds, that game changed that fast from Toronto being down almost double digits to now only being down 2 points. And that is just how fast the NFL can change. As you see, right yard line, can he continue to be that efficient as he will in fact complete this one out to the 30-yard line? That is Corey Davis with another reception. It's now in the gun as Tannehill is going to throw again, this one over the middle and complete for a first down. This time it's Adam Humphries. As it looks like this defense is just getting eaten alive by these crossing patterns and drags. So now it is 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Tannehill elects to pass again. This time it is intercepted though, as Toronto, big play Slay, gets this one, goes down all the way to the end zone. That is a pick six. And just like that, this game is flipped on its head, as Toronto now has the lead, and we've been waiting for that big play from this defense, and they deliver. So now, pending the extra point, it'll be a 5-point lead for Toronto. What a play by big plays over the field this season for Toronto. So now Ryan Tannehill has a little bit of a blemish on his day with that pick six. But he's going to come out and try and forget about that, starting off this drive at the 25 and throwing again and hitting his intended target in the back of the head. I don't know if he's just a little flustered or what. As Tannehill is going empty backfield here. Quick throw outside and had a man, but overthrew his target. So now it's 3rd and 10. Tannehill needs something here as he throws it over the middle. Derrick Henry catches it, but only gets about 3 yards. So that is a 3 and out now for Tennessee, which is the last thing that they needed right now. So now Brett Kern punts this one away. And it is... Oh, I thought that was bobbled for a second, but no, Davis secured it, just having nowhere to go with the ball, as that is going to be a pretty big day for CeeDee Lamb, as you see 1,000 yards on the season officially, and that might be the first ever 1,000-yard receiver that Toronto has had, as they're going to start this one off a jumbled mess there. But it somehow goes for 3 yards as Aaron Jones carries that one. And now it's going to be a quick throw over the middle as wow, that one sailed a bit for Trevor Nickerson. So now it is 3rd and 7 at the 28-yard line. Nickerson needs something here for a first down as he's going to throw outside, and that is caught on the sideline. What a catch. Keontae Bonds at the 40-yard line, dragging the toes for the first down. Really impressive stuff there, and a good throw, too, by Nickerson to get it over the linebacker. So now it's 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Nickerson throws over the middle again, and that is caught at the 45-yard line now. Keontae Bonds' 3rd reception, as this one is going to be good in plus territory for another first down. And just like that, this Toronto offense is rolling. They really seem to be getting things together here, this Toronto team, and it's all coming together quite nicely right now, as now it's going to be a run here, getting out there to about the 41, gain of 4 yards, 3 or 4. So now it's 2nd and 7, going back under center, putting a man in motion here, and going back to the running game. This one, though, gets gobbled up in the backfield. Aaron Jones has nowhere to go. I believe that was Vic Beasley getting in there. So now it is 3rd and 9. And we'll have to see if they go ahead and let this one end this 3rd quarter. And they do, in fact, end the 3rd quarter there. So now at the 43-yard line, they need 9 yards for a first down at the beginning of this 4th quarter. That's how we start off, and it's going to be a fake to the running back, and getting this one off, I don't know how, as Nickerson gets clobbered. Looks like it sails out of bounds. So that is going to be setting up a punt, most likely. As you see, Neville Gallimore just gets in there and right in his face as he's letting go of that football. And you see Matt Hack punts this one away, and it is going to be down at the 1. What a coffin corner by Matt Hack. You couldn't have placed that one any better. Really impressive stuff from him recently. So now this offense for Tennessee has their back against the wall right now. And they give it to Derrick Henry as he gets a little bit of room here out to about the 11-yard line. That should be a first down. And they're going to mark him just shy, so it's 2nd and inches. But that gives him some breathing room here as they put a man in motion, and they hand it off to, that's right, Adam Humphries, who actually loses 2 yards. So now it is 3rd and 2. Now this would be a really big drive for this defense if they can get him stopped right here, force a 3 and out. Let's see, 3rd and 2, as it's going to be a fake to the running back, and Tannehill over the middle. That is knocked down. Big play Slay getting his hands on the football again. Almost intercepting it, in fact. And if nothing else, that does set up, that's right, a punt. As you see, Slay read that thing perfectly, just couldn't secure the catch. So now 4th and 2. Punt here. Pretty good one, but a nice return out past the 45 to the 49. Eric Davis making the most of his opportunities right now. So now just before midfield here, Toronto's in great field position to make something happen. They're going to start off under center here. And putting a man in motion to the right. As it's going to be a handoff, as Aaron Jones has very little room to go. As he actually loses some yardage there. It's now 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line. Just over 9 minutes to go in this game. And it's going to be a completion here, and it gets out to the the 39-yard line. That's a first down. As that was Jonnu Smith with his 3rd catch of the day. So now Nickerson under pressure, eventually getting this one out to Aaron Jones out of the backfield. Gets 5 yards there, setting up a 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line. Just over 8 minutes to go in this game. And it's going to be a handoff, and that gets gobbled up in the backfield. Aaron Jones losing about 4 yards there. Or, excuse me, 3 yards. All right, Nickerson is in the gun on this 3rd and 8. They really only need about a yard, if that. As it is going to get a lot more than that. Completed downfield to the 17-yard line. That is Jonnu Smith with a nice catch against his old team here in the 4th quarter. Getting him into the red zone. Not much more you can ask for there. Good throw as well by Nickerson downfield. So now 7 minutes to go. It is 1st and 10 at the 17. And they're going to go empty backfield here, spreading it out. Nickerson drops back and throws quickly over the left-hand side. That is caught out to about the 7-yard line. It'll be close to a first down. Then they'd give it to him. So 1st and goal with 6.5 to go in this 4th quarter. Empty backfield again for Nickerson as he's going to throw quickly over the right-hand side, and that is caught. What a play. I don't know how he caught that. That was Jesper Horsted. And this time it's a running back carry here at the 1-yard line. Latavius Murray tries to get in. Unable to do so. So it is 3rd and goal now. And then we're back to the running game. This time Aaron Jones diving into the end zone for a touchdown. And they find the end zone again. Toronto now taking full momentum of this game. So now Josh Lambo kicking this extra point, setting them up with a 12-point lead, 28-16, just over 5 to go in this 4th quarter. decent return there out to the 33-yard line for Tennessee. So now, can Tannehill make something happen here with the final 5 minutes? Or will Toronto win their final home game? We'll have to see as they start off under center. And Tannehill's throwing this one quickly, completing it. Gain of about 3. So now it is 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line, just inside 5 minutes now. And Tannehill's going to have a deep drop here, looking to the left-hand side, completing it. And that is the tight end, as that is Jake Butt for a first down. So now Tannehill's going to drop back, throw again over the middle, this time completed to A.J. Brown. Out past midfield to the 47, gain of about 9 yards there. So now 2nd and 1. In the gun again, as it's going to be another quick throw, this time incomplete though. Tannehill overthrew his intended target there. So now it is 3rd and 1. 4 wide, Tannehill drops back, throws over to the middle again, completed, and this time I believe that is Dallas Goedert with the reception and the first down. His 4th catch of the day. Alright, now it is 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line in field goal range officially. As Tennessee doesn't really want a field goal, though. It doesn't help them much. As they hand this one off to Derrick Henry, getting up to the 26-yard line. Just over 3 minutes to go in the game. Tannehill's going to try and need something here before the 2-minute warning, most likely, as they're going to try and complete this over the middle. Big hit, though, and that is going to jar the ball loose. So now it is 3rd and 5 at the 26. Tannehill low snap, and they actually hand it off to Derrick Henry, who powers his way forward for a first down at the 20-yard line. So now inside 3 minutes to go here, but in the red zone is this Toronto offense. Empty backfield. As Tennessee is going to take over the middle, down to the 10-yard line. That is going to be another first down. This is setting up a 1st and goal at the 10. Tannehill drops back, has all the time in the world, and eventually just throws this outside and loses 5 yards. As I don't know that that was complete.
The previous play is under review.
I'm pretty sure that his foot was out of bounds. Maybe not. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell there. And they do, in fact, say his foot was out of bounds, so that actually saves them 5 yards there. So now it's 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line. Minute 37 takes the snap, examines the field, has all the time in the world, eventually dumped off to Derrick Henry behind the line, losing 4 yards. So now it is 3rd and goal at the 14. Tannehill drops back, can't find anything, eventually throwing into the end zone, and that one gets batted down. So now it is 4th and goal at the 14-yard line. 12-point game. They have to go for it here. They have to get this one into the end zone, or that is game over for Tennessee. Nice play there by Marshawn Lattimore to get a hand in there, knock that ball out. A minute 10 to go. Tannehill takes the snap. He throws it over the right-hand side, and that is, in fact, incomplete. Corey Davis tries to go up and get it, but is unable to do so. As we'll see another replay there, it looks like Marshawn Lattimore right in perfect position, to get his hand in there and knock that football out. Right now, as he gains 6 more there. And another timeout from Tennessee. They've got 1 left, 57 seconds to go. And another handoff and another gain of about a yard or so. And the final timeout from Tennessee, which means that Toronto is setting up in victory formation here. And that is going to seal it. Well, maybe not. They do have a punt here in about 15 seconds or so, as that is going to be returned to the 25, so now they have 11 seconds. No timeouts. They're just essentially throwing Hail Marys at this point. As Tannehill drops back, loads up, and throws this one downfield, and that is incomplete. Getting batted around a few times before finding the field there for an incompletion. So now it is 2nd and 10. 3 seconds to go. 0's on the clock now, and that one is in fact knocked down for the final play of the game, which means your Toronto Huskies are playing spoiler this season, beating the Miami Dolphins, beating now the Titans. We'll have to see, as the final in this one, 28-16, Toronto on top. And they did pretty much everything right today. And they did have a lull offensively there in the middle of the game, but they were able to find their way back by the end, finding the end zone a couple times. Pretty good day on the ground for Aaron Jones, almost 100 yards. Really good stuff all around here. And it culminates in a 12-point victory for your Toronto Huskies, and we do have some upgrades coming out of that game. The left tackle, Adam Ritter, we're going to try and make him a little more balanced. And you got Logan Wilson, who has really turned into a pretty impressive coverage linebacker, as well as a pretty good power rusher, actually. A little bit of everything to Logan Wilson's game. And look at that, Trevor Nickerson with another upgrade here. We'll have to see how this affects him moving forward. We're going to go ahead and give him some field general, see if we can't get those accuracies up. He's going to go up to a 72 overall now. And we do, in fact, get all those accuracies up and his awareness. So he's starting to turn into a pretty viable option here. And Jamon Brown with an upgrade as well. Backup lineman. And that is going to wrap up this week's 16 matchup here between the Titans and your Toronto Huskies, who eventually come out on top right here. So that's 2 in a row for the Toronto Huskies. That's right, 2 in a row. Don't know when we've ever said that. Maybe the first time, actually. But we're going to go ahead and advance this thing to Week 17. Get ready. All right. As we see here, Week 17, we have the Houston Texans, who are officially out of the playoffs at 7-8. However, this will just be a little bit of fun. Maybe we can get some revenge on this Texans squad. Get a dub against them. We'll have to find out. Because if we have a 3-game winning streak heading into next season, that'll be pretty fun stuff to keep track of. But as you see here, the Titans, I believe, officially lost. That's right, they did lose the lead there in the AFC South, officially game back. And the Colts right now have secured a playoff spot. Haven't quite secured the division yet, but I fully expect them to do so this week. Unless Tennessee is playing them and can beat them, then I think that we may have played spoiler, which is exciting stuff. But I believe this is going to wrap up this Week 16 matchup, and hopefully we'll have another successful game next week against the Houston Texans to finish out our year 2 here in the Toronto Huskies franchise, and a much more successful year as well. So very excited for this upcoming off season and to see what we can do to improve this squad. So make sure you guys stick around, see what I have planned for the future, because I think you will really enjoy it. And I will also be having a scouting update either next week or the week after. So I don't know if I'm going to do it with the Week 17 game or heading into the playoffs, but I will be doing a scouting update, and you'll recognize a lot of the faces. We're going to try and get some real draft class in here, has some real people, so maybe we can draft some guys you might know. But this is going to be me, TayVikes28, signing off. Until next time, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.